5 smart reasons why you should start a journal. These days, journaling has evolved into a more creative practice than its usual use for self-reflection. Colorful pens and journals of various textures are sold alongside stickers that can be used to further express one's feelings and self-stories through art and words. Welcome to Savvy, where we have lots of practical wisdom to share. In this video, we will explore the advantages of journaling, the core of its purpose, and finally, the benefits of its outcomes. Hey, don't forget to hit the like button below, and while you're at it, subscribe and hit that notification bell for more advice here at Savvy. Number 1. Track your growth. How does anyone track anything? By keeping records of it. And by keeping records, this simply means writing something down, whether by pen and paper or through mobile apps. Just like keeping records of your financial budget or assignments, the same is true for keeping records of your personal growth. You need to write the progress down. Each day of your life summarizes your response to life, and after jotting them down in a week, you will see how much you've made yourself proud and all the events that have happened. Minuscule details of your day may seem like nothing, but they will give your present self a look at what you were as a person for the day that has gone. Maybe on Monday, you were extra grumpy because you tend to hate Mondays. Then on Friday, you read from the journal that you are relaxed and more outgoing. In between the week, you realize that your overall demeanor towards life depends on whether you have had a caffeine fix or not. If you don't journal your week, you won't be able to reflect on as a person and won't be able to think of ways to grow nicely. Number 2. Clear your mental space. While tracking your personal growth through writing them down, these things that you do right creates an opportunity to move your mental data from your mind to the journal. And what does it do to your mental space? It gives valuable space for new ideas and thoughts to be stored. When your ruminations are bared in front of us through our writing, we get to see where the problem is when it comes to our life decisions, and this helps us find ways to solve them. When you have a tendency to overthink, you'd be able to drain the bucket of your thoughts in order to examine them, and finally, find solutions to fix them. Let's say a student named Holly has been carrying a mental load from different parts of her life. Her math grades are dropping, her prom dress has been reserved by someone else, and her father has been away from home more than usual. She could go about her days just thinking about these challenges, but putting them on paper would let her face them in full and allow her to allocate time and effort to address them in a timely manner, lessening the over-encompassing feeling of thinking about all of her problems all at once. When you do find yourself overwhelmed, maybe it's time to start journaling. Number 3. Your rights versus wrongs. Learning comes from patting yourself in the back for the good stuff and being honest with yourself for the bad ones. Your wrongs amongst the things you write down in a journal. Don't focus on your mistakes, but on how to fix those mistakes. Writing your life down is like being able to see your footsteps on the sand as you look back. You can see your missteps and can peruse how and why you had such missteps. It might look like extra trouble to write, but once you get started, it actually feels good. Sometimes it even grants you a sense of relief. After all, facing your demons is hard but necessary. Number 4. Understand yourself. The wonderful part about journaling is you get to have a conversation with yourself. What you write down is a letter to yourself about yourself. Journaling is a form of self-care and a sort of mirror to see yourself and your life from a second-person point of view. You write about your day, the highlights, ups and downs, as well as opinions on certain events, and that's like reading a story unfold, and it's like your day's story. Just like how we cheer on or scold the main character in a novel, you get to do that by instinct when you read your journal. You cringe at moments and some word choice here and there, but realize that in that story, you have full control over what happens next because it's your life. Above all else, you gain insights into your life you might have missed if you didn't write stuff down. You might notice that you keep on staying past your bedtime because you always drink coffee by instinct. Or you might recognize your tendency to flatter other people just to get out of a conversation. All these could have been missed if not taken into account in a journal. The advantages of journaling keep on going. Are you convinced enough to start a journal? Please share in the comments below. Number 5. Connect with your goals. Finally, starting a journal makes you be honest with yourself. There are things in life you must have tolerated because you think it's better to have it than nothing. It could be a job, a college degree, or a person. Even if it's hard, you need to face these hard truths, and the journal will help ease you into admitting the truth. It's a slow process, but it's the first step that's always the hardest. From there, everything might go smoothly. That person you hang around with, why do you think you tolerate it, even if you don't like her? Put your reflections in the journal. Your own words will help you reflect on that job that just drains the life out of you is worth keeping just for the money. You might not realize it fully now, but your own words that you put into writing are truths you can't otherwise admit to yourself verbally. You might feel that life is telling you to suck it up, but through a journal, you realize your true worth and the worth of time without prying eyes or ears. It's your own solace in the form of a notebook, concrete or virtual. To summarize our video today, journaling is a tool to communicate with yourself. After all, in life, your priority should be your well-being in order to cater to others or to cater to your goals. And just like every tool, you must utilize journaling for good and not for bad, to make yourself better and to eliminate the toxicity of your inner thoughts. Remember, you don't need a fancy notebook and pen to start the journal journey, but make sure to have just one to track the benefits it will do to you. Well, that is enough practical wisdom for today. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up below. We will be posting 4 to 5 videos per week, so click that subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified of our new videos weekly. Thanks everyone, and see you in the next video. Ciao!